ever in sport as both teams made their looks are fired up as their guys are ready to Jacksonville Jaguars. And no run back here. This will be a touchback 5-yard line.
On the ready. Watch the fire. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, orbit. Pilot, 64, weak. Cut. Ready, go.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready? From the gun, here's Smith. He hits his running back, Procise. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
58 for Mike. Come on, boy.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 23 yards on the play.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Procise. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Bullock's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Let's go,
Gets this one left side to Pettis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, Cousins. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Blunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grab, team.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Haywood! Sit up. Get.
Here's Smith, throwing again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first down, Blunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Use the
After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12 yards there and a first down.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Blunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down. Blunt trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Brockers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So on Michigan man, Matt Wild to kick it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Smith. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's second down. Now Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith going deep here for Allen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Allen, the intended receiver. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Final play of the half. Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run it here with Oliver. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
And that's one of the reasons you like the blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
Here's Blunt. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On first down, Blunt, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with C.J. Procise. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 39, Smith. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Cooper's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Back to throw, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, Smith. And Allen's got it. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Procise. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, Team 6. Team 6. 58, come on. 58, come on.
On 2nd down, Barber able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a carry for Blount. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's the battering ram, Blount. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
Now Cousins. It's brought incomplete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Cousins to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught at the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after here coming up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Smith. He hits his running back, Procise. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time. Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
58, boys, 58, 58.
Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now. but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. They'll run on first down. Oliver. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going back to you.
Cousins is going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49. And here in overtime, scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can...
Right, if they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll begin here with Dunn. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gets this one left side to Pettis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, it's Oliver. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Here's Matt Weil now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, box drop. Get it.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 23 yards the pickup there. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well, because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
Here we go. Here we go.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime. They have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for it? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Down in Mississippi.